Hello guys, that Geeky guy here. Welcome to another video. So today I'll be talking about the preview cards that were released for the last 2 days, which mainly is about the Light Warrior. So the first card here we have the Hatchet of Mind. So once per turn, we may choose to attack, pay 1 resource, and attack. So basically this is a warrior weapon. It's a one-handed warrior weapon. So Dorinthia or even Kasai can choose to use this if they want. This is not a light warrior specific, so they can choose to use it. So whenever we attack with the Hatchet of Mind, the Hatchet of Body was the last attack of this turn, so it gains +1. So basically this becomes 3 if you did attack with the Hatchet of Body. So Hatchet of Body, attack swing first, and then this one swings for 3. So since it's a one-handed weapon, you can have both of them together. And then next we have Boltyn. This is basically the new hero that was really revealed yesterday. So this is Sir Boltyn, Breaker of Dawn. So this is the Light Warrior. So basically it says that if we have charged this turn, the attack we control has +1 while defended by an attack action card. So if your opponent is defending with an attack action card, any attack that we control has +1. So provided we charge this turn. So any attack reaction, we may banish a card from the Sir Boltyn's soul, and it basically gives the target attack creator gains go again. So basically what it means here is any card that has attack the lower attack, and then you buff it up with any sort of non-attack action or any attack reaction, it basically gains go again. So this is one of his ability here. Also you must make sure that you have charge before you can activate the first effect here. So as usual, the intelligence is 4, you get to draw 4 cards, and also 40 life. So the second card here, we have Express Lightning. So this is a cost 0 card, and as an additional cost to play this card, we may charge the hero's soul. So this charge mechanic is very specific to the light hero. So basically what it does is basically put a card from your hand face up into under your hero's card. So it's just a new mechanic that was introduced for light heroes. So this does 4 damage and also 3. So this is an excellent card in my opinion. For the cost of 0, you're going for 4, and it even blocks for 3. What it lacks here though, it is the go again. So basically this is a closer version of this. The generic card would be the Wounding Blow. So Wounding Blow has the same cost and also the same defense and also attack. But this is the Light Warrior action, very specific to Light Warrior. So next card we have Seek Enlightenment. So the next attack action card you play this turn gains +3, and if it hits, put it into your hero's soul and you get to go again. So basically this is one of the way you can accumulate cards into your hero's soul. So just a way to put a card face up under your hero's card, and then you get to go again. This blocks for 2. No surprise, most non-attack action blocks for 2, and also it costs 1. So this is a buff, an attack buff for light heroes. So nothing really unique here. We've seen this type of cards many times before, such as Come to Fight. But the addition of if this hits and put it into your hero soul is very light specific. So you can see a pattern over here where the light heroes focuses on buffing their attacks and providing some reaction in order to basically swing their opponents multiple times. And then we have Courageous Steelhead. So if we have charged this turn, target attack gains +3, a very basic attack reaction. Basically, if you have charged this turn with any other cards, or if you were to charge with the one we talked before, which is the Seek Alignment, if this hits, put it into your hero soul. So that's basically charging up. So if we have charged this turn, the attack basically +3. So it's just a basic attack reaction, but it does cost 0. So this is a very cheap, I guess this is just a cheap class to play. It doesn't require much blues in order to be efficient. So that's at least what I can see now. So we come to our first majestic card here, at least for now. This is a Boltyn specialization until the end of turn. whatever weapon we control, gain +1. And if this hits, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a light card, put it into your hero soul and get +1. Otherwise, put it into your bottom of your deck. So if your charge is done, you may attack an additional time with each weapon you control. So this is a very good card here. No wonder it's majestic. It's blocked for 3. It is a yellow pitch and it's 0. So you might want to play this. You might want to play 3 copies as if guaranteed, because it basically allows your weapons to have a additional attack. So this is very similar to the Arentia's Twinning Blade. It's something of a sort, and also it allows us to basically look at the top card and have some kind of soul charging here before we go to the second layer of the text, where it says that if we have charged this turn, we may attack an additional time. So just to ensure this works, you might want to have a huge number of light cards in your deck. Of course, that's obvious. So this is very easy to achieve. Once that is achieved, you can easily achieve the second part of the action here, which is attack an additional time and get to go again, of course. So excellent card there. So next card we have illuminate. So this art is excellent. So at first, when this art was released, everyone was speculating whether this would be a new hero, especially with the speculation going on the next hero is going to be a light wizard. As of today, the 20th of April, we don't know what is the next hero yet. But as from the art itself, you can see why this speculation is made. Anyways, this costs 0. So if it hits, put it into your hero's soul. So this is basically a free charge. It attacks for 4 and 3. It blocks for 3. Very efficient, like any other warrior cards, which blocks for 3. But this is a light action, so I really love card that blocks for 3. It's very efficient and also attacks for 4. So basically, you just have to find a way to allow this to go again if you really want to go into that direction, because 4 itself is nothing much. Next, we have the Boltyn specialization again, this time a rare. So it is a V of the Vanguard. It costs 1. It is a yellow peach. So as an additional cost to play V of the Vanguard, you may charge your hero's soul any number of times. So this is very interesting. So any attack you control on this combat chain gain +1 for each light card charged this way. So let's say you have this card in your arsenal. You somehow pay the cost for this using a tunic. Most likely not. You would want some sort of warrior armor. Just say for the sake of argument, let's say you paid this using tunic. And then the attack we control +1 for each light card. So we can basically put 4 of our cards in our hand. You may charge, put another hand face up. So basically we can put 4 of our cards. So these cards can deal a maximum of 7 damage for the cost of 1. So it is I think this is quite a good card. So depending on how many cards you have available to you. Next we have cross the line. So as an additional cost, once again, we may charge our hero soul. So this is a light warrior action. For only the cost of 1, you are dealing 5. So this is a super efficient attack. Very powerful, and also it blocks for 3. But you might notice a pattern here where most of the attack action doesn't have go again. So you might want to go and solve that issue with the go again. So that's up to us to figure that out. Next, we have the young Boltyn here. Of course, looking quite young. Even the woman behind her is attracted. Next, we have Rising Solar Tide. So once again, very similar effect to the previous attack action. Whenever it hits, put it into your hero soul. Once again, for a cost of 1, you are dealing 5. All this light action is very efficient in terms of the cost and also damage. Even the defense itself is 3. Next, we have the Beacon of Victory, another M. What we have here is an additional cost to play Beacon of Victory. Banish X card from your hero soul. So X can't be 0. So what this means is you must at least banish 1 card here. So you have to ensure that your hero is basically charged up with at least 1 card under the hero. Then it gains plus the number of cards that you have banished here. So if you have charged this turn, search your deck for an attack action card with cost X or less, reveal it and put it into your hand. So let's say you have charged this turn, and then the X is the amount of card that you have banished. So if you have banished 2, so you can search for attack action that costs 2 or less, and you can put it into your hand. So this is an excellent attack reaction which plays very nicely into Boltyn's ability. I mean Boltyn's other attack, not really his ability. Next we have the Bolt of Courage. So what it says here is, as an additional cost to play this, once again, you have to charge up your hero, and if you have charged, Bolt of Courage basically gains if this hits, draw a card. So we have seen multiple instances of similar cards where it says if it hits, draw a card, such as Scoured Battlefield is one of those, but it requires a prerequisite of being played out of the arsenal. And Bolt of Courage requires hitting the opponent, but with the damage of 3, it is very easily blockable. So you might want to play this with the attack reaction that we have previously discussed about. Next, we are going to Boltyn Blade. So this is a 4-cost card here. So it costs less for each time you have charged this turn. So this is actually a very, very good card. So what you want to do is basically charge. If you charge twice, you're basically going for 0 here. So, but the issue is you have to charge twice. So the most likely what you want to do is basically charge 1 and pay for 2. I think that is most likely what people will go for. So it attacks for 7, which is basically an E-strike here at this point, and also it blocks for 3. And we have Valiant Trust. So 1, if you have charged this turn, Valiant Trust gains +3. So once again, another excellent card, which is basically a 7, in this case 7 for 1, very efficient, and also it blocks for 3. So let's take a look at the previous card, which is the Boltyn Blade. So this is most likely would be a 2 for 7, and this one, whenever you charge, it basically gains 7. So I feel this might be a better card, so it really depends. So next we have a generic card, Belittle. So as an additional cost to play Belittle, you may reveal an attack action card with 3 or less base damage from your hand. Now, if you do search your deck for another card called Minowism, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck, and you get to go again. So this is basically a card with 3, and it costs 1, and it has go again. Of course, like most generic attack action, it blocking for 2. So it really depends how you want to play this, because the second card is called Minowism. The next attack action with 3 or less base damage you play this turn +3. So it plays with those hero that has the attack action card that has lower base damage. So this also plays very well with some of the Light Warrior cards that we've seen, because it says that of the base attack damage. So it doesn't count in the previous buff that you have applied to your attack action. So I guess if you do, yep. So you want to chain this with this, and then another attack action going on. So at least 3 cards, I guess 1 to pay the cost. At least 3 cards in your hand to pull this off, I think. 1 if you want to go for Tunic. Yeah, I guess that's one of the way to play it. Next we have the Hatchet of Body. Of course, this is the other side of the weapon for the axe itself, or new warrior weapon here. So attack for the cost of 1. So whenever you attack Hatchet of Body, so if Hatchet of Mind was the last attack, +1. So basically this is very similar to Hatchet of Mind, where it says if Hatchet of Body was the last attack, so it gains 1. So this is very similar to that. So if you can swing both weapons, you are dealing 6 damage. Wait, no, it's dealing 5 maximum, because the first attack doesn't gain the buff of +1. Next, we have Stubby Hammerers. That's a weird name. Stubby Hammerers. The action itself is basically any attack action that has 3 or less base power gains +1 while attacking this turn, and then go again. And unfortunately, it blocks for none. So basically, this is a one-time use with no defense value. So I've seen discussion where they are talking about using Stubby Hammerers and breaking scales for Ninja. So I think this is too specific to be used in ninja deck. I think breaking scales is still a superior card compared to this. And the guys in my playgroup, they also talked about this, and most of them agrees that breaking scales is still a better card for ninja. And also it blocks for 1 breaking scales. And also we'll have the last card here, which is an engulfing light, which is a light warrior action attack. So 3/3, 0. So this is very common. So as an additional cost, you may charge your hero soul. So one of the way you may charge your hero soul if you have charge. So this basically gains if it hits, put it into your hero soul. So guys, overall thoughts for the Boltyn hero. I can see that it is a very efficient card, which basically, how to put it in this way, it basically relies on buffing and also charging up the soul in order. But I also think it is a less interesting deck compared to the Shadow Runeblade